Years ago. Hard to believe the Detroit Pistons haven't been relevant, competitive in 18 years. 2004, they made a run, and ever since, they started trading away everything. Seems to be the method of moving forward since then. Trading away Chauncey Billups for an aging Allen Iverson, and then just going on from there, letting everybody go one by one. And moving forward, we reach out, we go get a superstar in Blake Griffin, and fans like me think, hey, maybe we're going to do something. We're going to go get this super max player in his prime, and we're going to get some players to help him out. What do? We let this guy pretty much die. Then we let him go, and we eat his contract for him to go play for a contender. Seems seems like the way to go. We've been picking up players and just releasing them to let them go on and go play somewhere for free, eating contracts. But now I'm going to jump in, being a fan, all the heartache over the years. Going to jump in, take Cade Cunningham, and give him what he deserves. Try to keep it realistic. The trades on 2K are broken and not really fair. But the plan is to keep Cade Cunningham and Sadiq Bey together and then go from there. No one else is really, as you can see right here, Sadiq Bey, Cade Cunningham are untouchable. I'm going to try to ship Jeremy Grant. I would love to get someone like Buddy Hield, a shooter. Stretch the floor, and that way we can keep Sadiq Bey at the 3 instead of the 4. Also, I went ahead and simulated the first season, and we have the second pick in the lottery. So I'm thinking, once again, keep it realistic. We're going to go with a big guy who can stretch the floor, and that'd be Chet Holmgren or maybe Pablo Blanchero, someone like that, to help us stretch the floor. Let Cade get to the rim. We can have Bey on the perimeter. We can have Chet or Pablo on the perimeter to help shoot threes and rebound and play defense. And we're going to look to see what we can get in free agency. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep it realistic. And as a fan, hoping they can go out and get someone like maybe Ayton or really that's it. I mean, there's guys like John Wall out there and obviously Bradley Beal, but there's no way Washington's going to let him go. Kyrie will be out there. Will the Nets let him go since he's not allowed to play at home? Maybe, but I think realistically he'd be a cancer. He wouldn't want to come here. He wouldn't want to rebuild. So first, let's jump into the draft. Like I said, we ended up with the second pick. So let's see who the Rockets take first, and we will go from there. All right, the Rockets take Jabari, which kind of, hits deep right now since I'm a UK basketball fan and he just took care of business last week. So now we have to decide moving forward who would pair perfectly with Cade Cunningham for the next decade. And I am big on Chet. And I went through and obviously scouted a bunch of guys that I thought maybe we could get. That's a homer kind of pick, another UK guy, just in case we didn't end up with a great lottery pick with the simulation. So, like I said, any of these will be fine. Don't really care about a guard since we have Cade. We have Killian Hayes, who we're going to try to give a shot to see if he can stick around unless there's a trade that comes up. And we have Hamidou Diallo that I'm really big on. Great young player. So we're going to go with Chet. I think everybody in the world considers him as top 1, 2, 3 kind of guy. Obviously, he's 6'1". He's 19 years old. Sorry, 7'1". He can shoot the 3. He can play defense, rebound. And I know this says small forward and center, but I think we can move him to the power forward and let Stewart, or like I said, maybe we can get Ayton or something in free agency, and we can put Chet at the wing for now until he develops. He's 190 pounds at 7'1", so we'll try to keep this realistic. I'm going to take him, and we're going to move him to power forward slash center instead of small forward slash center. All right. So let's go ahead and not sure if we have another draft pick. We should. So let's see if it'll go ahead and see. Pablo goes to OKC. That's pretty good. Pair him up with Shea Gilgeous in that defensive team. He can stretch the floor and help those guys score some points. I didn't check and see if they actually have our picks. I did put previously trade draft picks on, thinking that it would give ours, but it looks like we didn't get another pick, so which is fine. We ended up with Holmgren, who I do believe ended up being the highest rated player in the draft. So we got lucky there. I'd have been fine with Smith or Banchero or any of those guys. I think they're all going to be really, really good players. But we got the guy we wanted, 7-1 guy who can stretch the floor, sit out there and develop and give us a chance to move forward and keep up with the evolving NBA with our shooters and things like that. It's kind of hard with the team we have now. We have everybody's trying to get to the rim. We don't really have any shooters outside of Bay, so when Bay has a rough game, that's it. So obviously we're gonna sign that deal. We'll go to our player options to see what we got. I'm gonna keep Diallo. I really like him. Gonna keep Garza. I'm a big Garzilla fan. He's the man. We'll let Lyles walk to free up some space for these guys to play. Frank Jackson's really young, but I think we can replace him or re-sign him. It looks like we're going to be stuck with Corey Joseph for another year. Maybe he can hang out and help mentor, develop these young guards that we're going to have on our team. So let's move forward there. And, well, Bradley Beal declined his option. He's going to be there. So Kyrie, that would make sense. That would be realistic since he can't play home games right now because of his vaccination status or whatever. It doesn't look like Ayton realistically did not get the offer. So it doesn't look like we're going to get him. So we might look at... Oh, man. I was really banking. We might go... we might go after one of these big names in order to push us ahead. Let's see what happens. Let's go in here and look and see what we can get a hold of. Oh, man. Unrestricted free agent Zach LaVine. Holy moly. That'd be crazy. Oh, he is there. Okay. He's restricted. I am going to go in. He's 23 years old. I know we just got a big guy. But like I said, we can put Chet at the 4 to stretch the floor. And Ayton can be a big guy inside to help rebound and defend the rim. He's 23 years old. I will offer him a max. See if we get lucky. Bradley Beal's unrestricted. So, I mean, I'd be crazy not to try to offer Bradley Beal. And we will, let's see. We'll give him a player option, see if he likes that. Let's go ahead and offer him that. Okay, apparently it's not going to be realistic and give us the cap space that we're supposed to have this year. So that's great. So, don't want him back. Let's free all this stuff up. Don't really care about these guys. Let's move on from them. And now let's, since we have our money now, let's see if we can somehow get Zach LaVine. I think if you're trying to rebuild this team, I think you have to go in and just find, superstar. You have to go in and you have to give a superstar whatever he wants, whatever demands. You have to bring a superstar to this team in order to compete. I think Bradley Beal would make more sense, honestly, but Zach LaVine's younger. He's wanting less money. Bradley Beal hasn't gotten a single offer though, which is crazy to me. Mo Bamba restricted though. We're not going down the Andre Drummond route again. Sexton would be cool. I really like Victor Oladipo, but let's not get carried away with guys that we're not going to be able to give minutes to. I think we offer Zach, and we can't offer Bradley. So, do we go after another center or do we go with Stewart? Mitchell Robinson would be cool. Harrell would be really cool on a year or two, and he's kind of cheaper. We might go. I think if we're going to dig down with those guys, I think we just go with Stewart and let Garza or somebody like that come off the bench and help us out. Let's just offer Zach, and it looks like he's going to agree to it, which would be crazy in real life, obviously. I don't think there's any way that he doesn't go back to the Bulls with Lonzo and DeMar DeRozan. But if he's available, we're offering him 100% of the time. We're going to let these guys go. Not really looking. I know there's a couple young guys in here, but I'm ready to move on from these guys. I'm ready to give all the minutes to young guys. And we're going to take Zach. We got a couple million left in cap, but we're going to try to take Zach, and it looks like we got him. We got a little bit of money left, but I'm not worried about it. We got the superstar we wanted. We're going to move some guys around. Zach can stretch the floor more these days than he could before. Back when he was, a Timberwolf or his earlier days with the Bulls, he's a sharpshooter now. I mean, the guy's 27 years old, and you know what he can do dunking the ball. He's going to be a great leader here. And I think we can move Cade to the 1. We can play him at the 1, and then we can play Zach off the ball. And I think we're still going to look to trade Jeremy Grant. I just think he's taking valuable minutes away and from Bay. He's not really fitting in where I think he could, and he's 28 years old. He's on 20 mil this year. So I should have traded him prior to the offseason, obviously. Same with Kelly Olynyk. I'm probably going to look to package Kelly Olynyk, who's making 12 mil, and then Jeremy Grant, and see if we can we can't trade yet, but if we could dump those contracts, maybe for, like I said earlier, a Buddy Hield, I know he would probably be about 30 or so. But if we can do that, let's go ahead and advance to the next season. We'll end it there. Let's see if we can make a trade with Jeremy Grant. I will go ahead and put in another draft class. That way we can just keep moving with what we are. If you're interested with who I'm using Oh Yes Entertainment. So we'll go ahead and do the 2023, and yes, we'll do that. So let's advance the next season. Let's see what we got. Like I said, I'm going to try to make a trade. Jeremy Grant, 20 million. And then, we can try to package them at the same time. Everyone else on this team is fine. Corey Joseph can even hang out. Saban Lee, we drafted him, so let's just keep him. See, this is the crazy stuff. Like, would I take this in real life? All day long. But there's no way the Bulls are going to offer me that, especially the way with how Caruso's been playing. It's crazy. We can get some young guys, but I'm not really looking for young guys. I'm looking for there's no way they're going to give me Siakam. And Jonathan Isaac would be amazing with his defense. But like I said, I'm trying to keep it realistic. No way would I ever touch that Russell. I think we go and we try to just trade him straight for Buddy Hield. I know Buddy Hield's going to be a little lower in rating, but I think for what we're trying to do, and he's got a long-term deal if he's even still on this team, and it doesn't look like he is. I'm not sure where Buddy is. But let's go find out. So we're going to try to build, see if we can get some guys to stretch the floor, let Cade go to work. And obviously we have Zach LaVine, who's a superstar. Does not look like Buddy Hield. Okay, here we go. Sorry, I thought he was a free agent. So look at this. This is something in real life that I could see happening. Jeremy Grant is $20 million, and we could get a first next year from the Wizards. The Wizards are horrible. And now, especially since they don't have Beal, or they could, but I'm assuming since he didn't accept his offer that he tried to go to a contender since he's already gotten the max. So Jeremy Grant for Buddy Hield, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Yes, I know he's lower. Yes, I know he's older, but it all pans out in the long run. What I'm trying to do, 3-point shooter, stretch the floor, and that's what we want. And he's got a bunch of shooting badges, and his contract, yes, it's 21 million this year, 19 mil next year. Jeremy Grant is making 20 mil, and he's going to want to get paid big time money. And I'm ready to dump it, and we get a first round pick. We can move that on later. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll make that happen. And do I keep? There's no way I keep Kelly Olynyk because I don't know, maybe, but then it takes away from Garza. But also Garza can come off the bench. Kelly Olynyk may stay, but let's see what we can get for him before we end this video and jump into the next video, which will be a game. I'll do one game of video and kind of keep up with what's going on. As this says right here, it's a bad contract. So 12.8 million with a team option. I mean, it's not terrible since we can let him go at the end of the season. See, this stuff that's crazy. I would take that any day of the week. Maybe Doug McDermott's making more money than he is. If we could get a center to come off the bench, a younger guy, then maybe. But the fact that, I mean, I would love to do that, but there's no way. Steven Adams, and apparently we have Austin Rivers. Steven Adams on a one-year deal, he could help out. He's younger, but I don't think that really gives us anything. Lauri Markkanen would be awesome, but I mean, there's no way in the world. Well, if we give up a first, I guess it's possible. But I think we just keep Kelly Olynyk for now. He can come off the bench. He can shoot a little bit. He can mentor these guys. So we'll look at real quick what our starting lineup's going to look like. Let's just cut and put it together. Cade's going to have a ton of minutes, obviously. Chet will play the 4. We'll switch that around, and I will change that down the road. He's a rookie, or there's no way we're giving him that many minutes. And Levine, obviously. So that's what our starting lineup's going to look like for now. Chet can stretch it. He can stretch it. These two guys can push it up and down. It would be fun to watch these two play together. Off the bench, we would have Diallo. Let's see, Killian Hayes. We're gonna keep trying to give this kid chances. He can come off, give us some minutes at the 1, and he can play the 2 a little bit. He can shoot. He's just always hurt. I do want to give Livers minutes. That's another guy we drafted. And Buddy Hield. So here's the thing with Buddy. So now Buddy's going to be a bench piece, or we start Chet and bring Stewart off the bench. That's something we have to think about. Do we go small and put Bay at the 4, or do we have Buddy come off the bench and help us out? Honestly think we try Chet at the 5. We move Bay down, and we start Buddy Hield at the 3. That'll give us more scoring opportunities. Is it going to kill us on defense? It may, with Chet being young, being small. But that'll also help us take those minutes away, and we'll give him a bunch of minutes off the bench. He's going to develop into a stud. It's just, he's been very good. We're not worried about him. We'll bring up Garza. We'll give Garza, 14 minutes or so, come off the bench. He can score. He's going to be a great young player eventually. And then Saban Lee will come up here. So it's going to look like something like that. I do want Livers. Probably Livers might go to the G League. I might move off video. I might move Rivers and Corey Joseph and just get some young guys who can go to the G League. But that's going to be it for episode 1. Like I said, the next episode we will play 1 game every video, maybe 2 games, depending on how long they go. But for now, let's try to get these Pistons back to the bad boy days. Start making people fear us again. And I think with this team right here, I think we're going to fit the mold of up and down the floor. We're going to be able to catch it on the wing and shoot, and we're going to be able to keep up. It's been a long time since the Pistons have done anything to keep up with the changes in the league. So with these guys being able to stretch the floor, some very quality young guys, I think we're going to be great. So thanks again for watching. See you in the next one.